If you've been following me in my content for a while, you know I talk a lot about recovery. You know it's where we build muscle. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jonathan. I'm an online fitness coach, athletic geek, and I talk about superhero, I talk about fitness, I mix the two together, and sometimes we have fun. Most times we have fun. Recovery and deload weeks. First, what is a deload week? Well, a deload week is when you don't do anything. Not necessarily, but it's when I don't do anything. I just, walk the dog, I run slightly, a bit, not that much, not that far, and it's pretty much just that. And then I do couch, I sit on the couch and I chill, and I watch movies and TVs and I catch up on shows. This is what I do when I have a deload week. What most people and what everyone does is similar to that idea. Some people will also work out on a deload week. When we specifically work towards a deload week, we might want the client, the person, you, to work out in about 50-60% of the intensity. Not going too crazy into it before we move on to the next phase of the workout. The reason why you don't have to schedule it, I don't have to schedule it, no one really has to schedule it unless you're watching this and you are a pro IFBB bodybuilder. If you are, well, hi, you are not concerned in that discussion because you have to schedule it. We don't. The reason why is that this is not what we do for a living, for most of us. We don't work out for a living. We have work, we have jobs, I have clients, I have content, I have a bunch of other stuff to do. And from time to time, I will not have time. I will have a weird week where my ceiling's leaking and turns out I'm going on a last minute vacation. And this is where I most likely will have my deload week. And that happens systematically for about every, not the water leaks, but every 7-8 weeks, I have a week where I don't do as much, I don't work out as much, or my intensity is not as optimal. And this is why you don't have to schedule it, because your life is not built around fitness. Fitness should be obviously a very important part of your lifestyle for, won't go into that, like longevity, testosterone levels, muscle growth, being able to squat when you're 70, and having abs. They're kind of fun. But since it's not your job, you're going to get to a week where work has you travel for some reason. It's very busy. At home, at work, you skip a workout, you skip 2, you skip 3. Turns out there was a whole week that went up to crap. And I call that a deload week. So you don't have to schedule it. It just happens on its own. The reason why you would like to schedule it, if you have to, is if all of these things never happen. You somehow are a unicorn where things just go smoothly forever and ever, and everything is just nice, Well, if it is, lucky you. But if work is always the same, schedule is always the same, motivation is always the same, and you get to push every single time at the gym, and you get to push to your limit every single time, every 6-8 weeks, take a deload week, take a week off, where you don't work out as much, when you don't do the same intensity in gym, so that at least you give your body time to recover properly, get rid of inflammation, help the muscle grow, all this good stuff. So it's a week where you're going to focus on food, on water, on sleep, lowering stress to lower cortisol levels and lowering inflammation. And then you go again. Because, as I said at the beginning of that video, muscles are made when you recover. So recovery is a big part of it. And when we say food is 80% of the results, kinda, but the reason why it's for that recovery is to give your body every nutrients, macros, all of that to make sure that you recover enough for your next workout. Hence why we have deload weeks from time to time. But again, don't think about that too much. The point I want to make is if there's a week where you don't work out as much, where you don't have time, but you've been at it for like 6, 7, 8, 10 weeks, you've been killing it in the gym, everything's great, but there's a week that, just happens to throw off everything. No stress, no worries. Take that as your deload week. Change the process, change the program, review the macros, review the calories, and move on to the new stuff. If you don't know where to go from all of that, look below. There's a link. You can book a call. We can talk about it. You can just get on the program right now, and I'll help you do just that. So have a good day, guys, and I'll see you soon.